Mr. Hayes.
Mr. Hayes.
Mr. Hayes. Mr. Hayes.
Mr. Hayes deserves Master of the Year because he's been at the school for over 20 years, displays all the 5 charisms, and he's well respected in the community. Family spirit means to be warm-hearted, welcoming, have a sense of belonging, and treat everyone like brothers and sisters.
Mr. Hayes displays family spirit by organising so many events for the community and not for himself. He always wants to acknowledge the people that did well during their exams during the semester, so he organises the academic awards.
Presence basically means being there for one another, giving up your time to help each other, helping people grow, and basically just being there.
Mr. Hayes displays the Morris charism of presence by simply always being there. Whether he's in the background or the foreground, he's there to support whatever's happening in the school community.
Simplicity can have many meanings, such as not being an attention seeker and more, but one word that sums it up is being humble.
I think the charism simplicity really sums up everything. It always comes back to humbleness and modesty, and Mr. Hayes shows that by always wanting to acknowledge other people.
Love of work means having a good attitude towards your work, being enthusiastic, but one word that could sum it up is optimism.
Mr. Hayes displays his love of work by constantly moving around and being willing to help us at any cause.
In the Way of Mary basically means being loyal and faithful to God and showing forgiveness to others. It also means being a role model of God.
Mr. Hayes displays the charism in the Way of Mary because he's faithful in the people around him, and he wants to create an equal environment just as Mary did for Jesus. And he's also a really big believer in working with what we're given, and that's something that Mary did in her young life.
How would you describe Mr. Hayes' personality? I'll describe him as a man who loves his work, makes sure his lessons are engaging, and yeah, if you've made a mistake or something, you make sure you get straight to the point and helps you fix it. Yeah. How do you describe Mr. Hayes' relationship with the students? He's very close with the students. He makes sure that he keeps his lessons engaging, as I said. And if he sees the students are bored, he changes things up to make sure that he keeps it interesting.
Mr. Bullecourt, what is it like working with Mr. Hayes?
Okay, working with Mr. Hayes, well, it's a challenge because he's someone who always is raising the bar. So he's always trying to think of a new thing, implement a new thing. One of the challenges of working with Mr. Hayes then is to keep up with him because he works so fast. He's a really hard worker.
What are your best experiences with him?
Look, one of my best experiences with Mr. Hayes was I travelled overseas with Mr. Hayes just in March, and we went to the US to look at a school and then go to a conference. We learned a lot together, and I got to know him a bit better as well.
So James, what is Mr. Hayes like as a teacher?
Well, I've had him for one lesson, that's commerce, and in the lessons that he's taught us, he's very proactive, very easy to approach, and overall he's just a very good teacher.
What are Mr. Hayes' qualities?
Well, again, as a teacher, he's approachable. He's very easy to understand. He accepts everyone, and all of these things, he uses them to his advantage to make sure that each student gets the best from their learning.
Do you think he deserves Master of the Year? Definitely. He displays all 5 charisms very well, and he's a hard-working man. Thanks.
Do you think he deserves Master of the Year?
Yeah, I think Mr. Hayes would be a great recipient of Morris of the Year. I think he demonstrates all the 5 charisms. He's a hard-working, above and beyond. Great family guy, so he talks about his family all the time. He's present both here in the classroom, in the yard, in the classroom, also with the staff. Why of Mary? He always starts our meetings with prayer. And the fifth one is simplicity. Goes without saying.
Thanks, Mr. Bunker.
Okay, good luck. Thank you.
Well, do you think Mr. Hayes deserves Marist of the Year?
Most definitely, he's someone who's very humble, very modest, and definitely needs to be recognised for the work he does for the school.
Yeah, well, thanks, James. Thanks for having an
You're
interview.
welcome.